So today we're going to be unboxing the Superior Engineering Hyperflex arms. These also come with the drop boxes to suit Nissan Patrol GQ GU. These specific ones are to suit 4-inch lift. So in the first box, open it up, we have the bolts to, you can mount the ABS. Comes with the Superior Engineering stubby cooler. Then we have the plates, brackets that attach the arms to the diff. These spacers go up the front in place of the stock arms. The other side brackets, and then some bolts. So up next in this box we have the drop boxes. So these attach to the factory control arm mounts and then also underneath the gearbox cross member. These are actually the hybrid drop boxes. So at the top there we have a step steel boss which goes to the OEM factory radius arm mount, and underneath we have an 80 series style radius arm mount. So up next is the actual arms. These are the Hyperflex style arms. So underneath you can see we have the 2 holes drilled for the sway bars. And along the edges there are the holes drilled for the ABS mounting. Up this end of the arm you'll notice this is different to the factory GQ or GU Patrol radius arm mount. These arms use the 80 series style radius arm bush. So to start to install these arms, I'm going to remove the tie rod. This actually allows you to get the arms out. Up next, going to be removing the factory arms, or in this case I have the old style Superior Engineering Superflex arms. So just go ahead and remove all the bolts. Also, before removing the arms, make sure you have the car in 4-wheel drive and you can put it in gear with the handbrake on. You can also chock up the wheels front and back. So to get the bolt out, help me out here, I've actually put the bottle jack under the front, so this just allows the bolt to be free. After that, you're going to want to put the bottle jack up underneath the pinion. This allows you to rotate the diff to install the bolts. So these old style Superior Superflex arms have a different design in them. They actually keep the original Nissan style bush, which allows binding up and wears these bushes out quite fast. It also limits the amount of flex. Now remove the nut from the factory radius arm mount. After that, you should be able to knock the old arms out. If you can, carefully leave the old arms out and lower them down to the ground. These ones just fell out as I was doing the job by myself. Again, removing the other side. Now we're just going to be removing the other side. As you can see, there's many differences between the new Hyperflex and the old Superflex. Up next, you want to lower the gearbox crossmember down either onto jack stands or onto a large trolley jack. Remove the crossmember bolts. Now you can install the drop boxes. I'm also adding Loctite to all of these bolts. Before you tighten the front chassis bolt too much, reinsert the crossmember bolts so that everything will be located correctly. Tighten up the crossmember bolts. These crossmember bolts are well known for becoming rusty, seized, and then stripping themselves. So when we're doing the other side, we're going to be installing the drop box and then putting the bolt through. A little bit of Loctite. And loosely tighten that front bolt. Again, install your crossmember bolts and then tighten the front bolt. Now we're going to be installing the arms. So when you install it, you're going to want to lift it up horizontal with the chassis. This just allows it to get in easier. Then install that bolt loosely. Now we're going to be installing the arm to the diff. And at the front, installing the spacer and then bolting it all together. If you have the Superior Engineering diff brace kit like I do here, it may be a little tricky to get the bolt in and nut in correctly together. Up next, tighten all your bolts up. These don't have to be done up completely tight right now, as we can come back to it after we finish everything. Now moving across the other side, as you can see, lifting up the arm horizontal with the chassis just allows it to get the bolt to get in. Loosely put the nut on. Again, Loctite on these bolts as well. Now, as you can see, I've tried to put the arm in and the diff is pushed back too much. So I'm just going to be ratcheting the diff forward. Now installing the plates and the arms to the diff. Once you've got one side in, the other side will be a little bit easier because the diff and the arms and the chassis are all in a better position. Now go around to all of the bolts and torque them correctly. Now reinstall the tie rod. You may need to jack the car up to allow the wheel to spin into position.